if you wake up, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself you're a 10 out of 10, you say that enough days in a row, you're going to think you're a 10 out of
Yo,
10. You're someone's 10 out of 10. Like,
exactly. Like, I would rather, like, when clients come to me, I want a six pack. Like, it depends. I always entertain it, but
sure.
I'm gonna be real with you. If that's what you come to me to say, we have a bigger problem than the physical appearance. We have to talk about your mind, because
Mm-hmm.
you want that. Before we get into why you want that, let me tell you what you're gonna have to do and change. Are you willing to make that sacrifice?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Mm-hmm.
willing to make those sacrifices? Because if you are willing to make those sacrifices, you would be there already.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
And I'll say like I'm a small person. Like physically I'm like 5'2". I like don't weigh a lot. So it's really easy for me to get cut. Like I just like I it just is. Like I've been
right.
working out since I was really young. Like I started working out at like 14 years old. So I have a very strong muscle base. I've done gymnastics my whole life. So genetically and just like from a very young age, I'm very predisposed to getting cut up. I
Right.
will say when my energy levels are the best, when I feel the strongest, when I can walk all around Manhattan and not lose breath, that's not when I have a six pack.
Right, exactly. No, exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing too that's also helped me with my body and just understanding fitness is, you before you look at yourself, you have to look at where you came from. Are you looking at your family? Look
Mhm.
at them, because that changed the way I started working out, actually.
Mhm.
Because nobody in my family is really big and muscular. Everybody is actually lean, and they're runners and they're athletic. They play
Mm.
soccer. My dad's from Panama. They play soccer over there. My mom's side, they're like 6'4". They play basketball, football. So it's
Mm.
like, when I saw that, it changed the way I started working out. Right. It just changed, and it changed the way I view fitness.
Mhm.
Again, in the beginning, it was about my body, but I I I think I just think I had too much confidence. I was just okay, you
Mm.
know. Maybe as I became a teenager and there was girls around, maybe I started to feel away. But again, we're worried about the physical appearance, but what about the
Yeah.
person? What about your personality? Like, work on your, again, fitness has this way of working on your personality,
Mhm.
changing who you are. I've seen the one thing I love about fitness and women too is when women come in a little shy and a little, I hate to say fragile, but just a little,
Sure.
and they start working out and they just change. There's a girl in the gym
Mm.
right now. Shout out to Carolyn right now. Yo, the other
Yay,
day,
shout out Carolyn.
yo, when she was in the gym, I looked at her face. I said, "Oh!" I said, "She turned into a little pit bull." I said, "Yes." I said, "Yes." I said, "Yo,
Yes.
I dare someone to mess with you now. I dare someone to mess with you now. You're not the same person. You're not the same person. They can't even talk to you the same no more. Your confidence
Yes.
is
I
different.
love that.
Like, we're so worried about how we look, but let's just change how we feel for a second. Let's
Mhm.
if you feel, excuse my language, if you feel shitty, let's go feel better. There's another. No, let me calm down, Rhoda.
No,
Because
don't come down. Keep it up. Let's
yeah,
go. Let's
there's another,
go.
that's some, the thing there's the thing I say right now that just turns me up every time. I say, yo,
Yeah.
I say, for this right here is for every moment we felt weak. We'll never feel weak
Mhm.
again. Right? This is for every moment we didn't feel pretty, we didn't feel like we were beautiful. We'll never feel that way again. Like, let's go.
Yes. Yeah.
That's just where I'm at with it. Like, if that's how we feel, then let's change it.
Yeah, I love
Let's change
every
it.
part of that. People always come to me. They're like, "Why do you want to be strong?" Like my goals in the gym are always. I mean, you know this. You coached me for 2 years. Like I feel like I'm like I want to get an X pound deadlift. Like that's what I want. And I always have people who don't work out come up to me like, "Why do you want to be strong? Like what's the point of that?" And I'm like, it's a mindset. Like
Right,
exactly. Like you don't let people talk to you a type of way anymore. Like
right,
I
right.
yeah, I love that. And another time I remember this was like mid co like in the earlier parts of COVID, like maybe like summer 2020, and we were doing a class and you said something along the lines of, and I'm probably gonna butcher it because it's just coming back to memory now, but you were like, think about all the hard things you've gone through, like what you're doing in this class is not going to be as hard as the shit you've already gone through. And like it like brought tears to my eyes. I was like, oh my god, he's right.
Because again, it's still in the moment, right? It just feels like it's so much, but it's like you've been here before. You're strong,
Hmm.
and going back to that, wanting to be strong thing. I always ask people, what is strength? What is strength?
Hmm.
One of my favorite quotes, you don't know how strong you are until your only choice is to be strong, right?
Hmm.
And it's just, that's why we work out. Like, because there's going to be a day that's going to rock me. I want to be able to eat that. Like, that's it. I just want to be able to eat it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to fall to my knees and keep getting beat up. I want to eat it and keep moving forward. That's what I
absolutely.
want. That's the goal. And also, I have a daughter, and I need I want her to be strong, right? And again, it's not a physical thing. It's
Hmm.
she's a girl. I want her to be a bad one, you know. I just want her
Hmm.
to talk
Hmm.
her shit. You know, I don't want her to be I don't want her to be nervous. I want her to take a risk. You know, I want her to be her.
Yeah.
And I feel like as we grow, as we, you know, as we face adversity, we lose who we are, right? You know,
Mm.
I find myself, especially when things get tough, begging myself,
Mm.
like, and it was so crazy. It brought tears to my eyes because I did when I was in the gym working out, and it just happened inadvertently. I said, "Come on, Reek, I'm begging you." And when I said that, I saw like a 7-year-old Rico, you know, trying
Mm.
to ride his bike, like trying to do those things, like having dreams, having goals, begging me not to stop, begging me not to quit. And it's like, at what point did we lose sight of who we are, that we're so fast to give in, we're so fast to quit? Like that's never who you were. Because if that's who you were, you
Mm.
wouldn't have got to where you are right now. So
Hmm.
what changed that made you start giving in? That made you start quitting? You know, so
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. You bring up a really good point. And I like what you said, like what is strength? Like is it physical? That stuck with me for a minute because what I think is strength isn't like a power. It's not a fire. It's I feel like it's a calm security. You said you don't want your daughter to like be nervous, right? Not being nervous isn't like this fiery like sucker punch. It is like this stoic, strong,
exactly.
calm security. Like, that is strength is a mindset.
Right, exactly. That's all it is. That's all it is. Is you legit choose to be strong or weak. That's all it is.